Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a little detour from breaking down complex data to look at something far more profound, and honestly, a lot more inspiring. We're going to explore the mechanics of human kindness through the incredible true story of a man who took his own personal pain and just completely transformed it into a global purpose. We are looking at the life of Hussain Mansuri, who is widely known today as the ambassador of humanity. So what if I told you that one of the most beloved philanthropists on social media right now, someone celebrated literally all over the world, once struggled just to afford basic clothing? You know, this sounds like a script for a Bollywood movie, right? But it's not. This is the very real reality of a young boy who grew up wearing secondhand clothes, hustled through odd jobs just to survive, and ended up inspiring millions. And that brings us to the core question of today's explainer: who exactly is Hussain Mansuri? Behind all the viral videos and the massive online following, there is this deeply profound story of struggle, sacrifice, and just an unwavering determination to do good in the world. Okay, let's get into Section 1, From Poverty to Purpose, Surviving the Streets of Mumbai. To really understand Hussain, we have to start at the very beginning. Long before millions of people knew his name, he was just a young kid growing up in Mumbai, and life there was tough. His family faced severe financial hardship, money was incredibly tight, and he often had no choice but to wear secondhand clothes. While most kids his age were out playing or, just learning math, Hussain was working small jobs in primary school to help support his family. He was learning firsthand how difficult life could be. But here's the amazing part. Instead of becoming bitter about it, he used those hardships to build something far more valuable. He developed a deep, lasting empathy. Because when you experience that kind of struggle, you really never forget what it feels like. And that empathy became the exact tool he'd use to change lives. During what I like to call the hustle years, Hussain just absolutely refused to give up. Despite the odds, he pushed through his education at Cardinal Gracious High School and eventually graduated from Risby College. He knew education was his way out, and it paid off. He landed a job with Jet Airways, which is a huge achievement for someone from his background. But the responsibilities didn't just magically disappear. His family still needed support. So, on top of his aviation job, he worked as a waiter and picked up whatever odd jobs he could find. He was grinding day and night to make ends meet.
Moving on to Section 2, The Philosophy of Blessings, Discovering True Wealth.
That relentless grind we just talked about actually sparked a profound epiphany that completely shifted the course of his life. While working as a waiter, Hussain started noticing a really fascinating contrast. On one hand, he was serving people who were incredibly wealthy. They had everything money could buy, but so many of them seemed unfulfilled, lacking purpose, and honestly, hesitant to help a stranger without getting something in return. Contrast that endless chase for money with the concept of earning blessings. Hussain realized that true wealth isn't about what you own or your bank account balance, it's entirely about what you give, and finding genuine fulfillment in helping other people.
And there's a phrase that brilliantly illustrates this whole worldview. Tu bas dua kama, phir tujhse amir koi nahi, which translates to, just earn blessings, and then no one is richer than you. In a world that is so obsessed with status and luxury, Hussain actively chose humanity. Even when he had very little money in his own pocket, he started helping others, simply because he never wanted anyone else to feel as helpless or alone as he once did.
Which brings us to Section 3, A Lifeline During Lockdown, the ultimate test in 2020.
Now, any philosophy sounds great in theory, right? But the ultimate test of this mindset arrived in 2020. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, the world literally stopped. Cities shut down, fear was everywhere, and everyone isolated inside. But while so many were focused entirely on self-preservation, Hussain stepped up. He walked through the completely deserted streets of Mumbai. He delivered food and essential supplies, fed the hungry, and supported the homeless. He rapidly became a lifeline for families who felt totally abandoned. And remember, he didn't do this because he was some billionaire with endless resources. He did it simply because he cared. And naturally, as videos of his courageous work started surfacing online, people just couldn't look away. But here's the really important takeaway. He didn't go viral because he was a polished influencer with perfect lighting. No, authenticity is what went viral. It was the raw, unfiltered reality of just a human being helping other human beings. That level of authentic care really struck a chord with millions of people who were feeling scared and isolated.
Let's look at Section 4, Building a Kindness Movement. Humanity above all.
When the pandemic eventually subsided, a lot of people just went back to their normal routines. But for Hussain, the mission only got bigger. This wasn't just some temporary reaction to a crisis for him. It was a lifelong commitment. The sheer diversity of his work today is honestly staggering. He's helping cancer patients at Tata Memorial Hospital. He's supporting children's education. He provides food for the elderly, and he even makes sure stray animals are fed. For him, humanity always comes first. Religion, caste, background, none of that matters. If someone needs help, he's there.
One incredibly powerful example of this was captured in a video that spread around the globe. It showed Hussain respectfully collecting discarded images of Hindu deities and immersing them properly. It's such a simple act, but it perfectly demonstrated something our world desperately needs right now: cross-cultural respect. He proved that respect goes way beyond artificial divisions, and millions of people online totally rallied behind that beautiful message.
All right, Section 5, the legacy of humanity, the phenomena and the family man.
What started as just a few photos and stories has turned into an absolute phenomenon. I mean, let this number sink in for a second. Over 12 million followers on Instagram alone, and millions more on YouTube. His audience spans the entire globe now. But unlike a lot of massive accounts you see online, his platform isn't about flexing luxury cars or posting expensive vacations. His platform is entirely dedicated to real people, real struggles, and real solutions.
But who is the man behind the camera? Well, at his core, he's a dedicated family man. He's married to Hussain Mansuri, and together they're raising a son and a daughter. By living out his values every single day, he's actively teaching the next generation. He is showing his kids exactly what compassion looks like in the real world, proving to them that true success isn't about serving yourself, it's about serving others.
So, the crucial point really comes down to his own words. I am only fulfilling the duty of humanity. That quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly summarizes his ethos. Hussain Mansuri's journey from wearing secondhand clothes to providing for the needy proves that our circumstances don't dictate our future, our actions do. He's a powerful reminder that the greatest heroes are simply the ones who choose to care, when it would be so much easier to just walk away.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a signature question that drives everything he does. How can we make someone's life a little better today? Seriously, think about that. I challenge you to reflect on everything we've talked about today and find a way to bring a little bit of that actionable kindness into your own world. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on The Explainer today. Until next time, keep learning and keep helping each other out.